Imagine global politics as two neighbors locked in a noisy, never-ending standoff, one shouting from their window, their voice echoing down the street, determined to be heard above all else, while the other fires up their engine, letting the roar speak for itself, a show of power that rattles the windows and demands attention. That's the US and China right now. America, with Donald Trump at the helm, talking about reviving the Department of War, promising to bring back a sense of old-school strength and military might, and China staging military parades that outshine even the most extravagant Super Bowl halftime show, rolling out tanks, missiles, and soldiers in a display designed to impress and intimidate the world. This isn't just a simple disagreement between two countries, it's a high-stakes global drama unfolding in real time, with billions of people watching from their living rooms, unsure if what they're seeing is a comedy of errors or the opening act of a global thriller. Is Trump's tough talk just political theater, a way to rally his base and grab headlines? Or does it signal a real fundamental shift in US foreign policy? One that could reshape alliances and redraw the map of global power? And what about China's parade? Is it simply a flex, a way to boost national pride and show off new technology? Or is it a carefully calculated warning to the rest of the world, a message that China is ready to take center stage? It's a global power struggle. America, the aging rock star of the world stage, eager to prove it's still got the moves and the voice to command attention, while China, the ambitious breakout act, is putting on a stadium tour of its own, dazzling audiences with new tricks and a relentless drive to claim the spotlight. America's strategy leans on nostalgia and stirring rhetoric, invoking memories of past glory and the promise of renewed greatness. China, meanwhile, is rolling out hypersonic missiles, stealth jets, and cutting-edge technology, determined to show that the future belongs to those who innovate and invest in hard power. It's a clash of narratives. One side paints dominance with words, speeches, and symbols, while the other makes its case with hardware, precision, and sheer scale. But this isn't just about two countries flexing their muscles, it's about who gets to set the rules for the 21st century. Every move is scrutinized by allies and rivals alike. Every speech analyzed for hidden meaning, every parade and policy shift dissected by experts and ordinary people around the globe. The world's chessboard is set, and the pieces are bigger and louder than ever before. The stakes? Nothing less than the future of global order, and the next chapter in the story of power, ambition, and rivalry on the grandest stage of all. Let's break down what's really at stake with Trump's controversial Department of War idea, a proposal that's sparking heated debate across the country. Historically, the US had a Department of War, a name that was changed after World War II, to the Department of Defense, aiming to project a more peaceful, less aggressive image to the world. The word defense suggests a nation that protects itself and its allies, while war signals a country ready to take bold, even preemptive action. Trump's proposal isn't just about changing a name, it's about sending a message to both Americans and the world. Let's stop pretending. Let's be honest about our intentions and capabilities. For his supporters, this is a return to unapologetic strength and a clear stance on national security. For critics, it's a dangerous escalation that could make the world less stable. It's classic Trump, headline-grabbing, divisive, and deeply symbolic, designed to provoke strong reactions on both sides of the aisle. The move taps into a sense of nostalgia for a time when America projected raw power, but it also stirs up fears of a more confrontational, less diplomatic America on the world stage. It signals a potential shift away from diplomacy and coalition building, toward a more proactive, even offensive military posture that could reshape global alliances. This isn't just about semantics or branding, it's about redefining America's global image and the way it approaches international conflict. For some, it's about reclaiming a sense of lost power and influence. For others, it's a step toward greater instability and the risk of unnecessary conflict. Whether this is political theater or a real policy shift, the message is unmistakable. America wants to be seen as assertive, powerful, and unafraid to act. And in Beijing, that message is not going unnoticed. China is ramping up its own military displays, signaling that the global balance of power is very much in flux. The world is watching, listening, and reacting, because when America changes its posture, the ripple effects are felt everywhere. While Trump rebrands, China goes visual, staging a military parade that's pure spectacle, a grand display of power and precision that captivates the world's attention. Thousands of soldiers, tanks, and jets fill Beijing's streets, not just for show, but as a declaration. China is a military superpower now. This is a statement of intent, a bold proclamation that echoes across continents. Hypersonic missiles, stealth jets, and drones, China's arsenal is on full display. Each piece of technology represents years of development and ambition, a testament to their growing prowess. The message: we're no longer dependent on foreign tech, and we're catching up fast. This is a clear signal to the world that China is ready to stand on its own, technologically and militarily. This isn't just muscle flexing, it's strategic communication. It's about sending a message to allies and adversaries alike, a message of strength and readiness. Inviting leaders like Putin and Kim Jong-un signals new alliances and a challenge to the West. It's a diplomatic maneuver, showcasing a shift in global power dynamics. China's saying, we have powerful friends and we're united. This unity is a formidable force, one that cannot be ignored on the global stage. The world is no longer unipolar, new teams are forming, alliances are shifting, and China is at the center of this transformation, crafting a new world order. The parade's true power is in its message, ambition, confidence, and deterrence. It's a visual narrative of China's rise, a story told through military might and strategic alliances. At home, it's pride. To neighbors, a warning. To the US, a direct challenge. This multifaceted message resonates differently across the globe, but its impact is undeniable. China isn't just asking for a seat at the table, they're building their own. They're crafting a new narrative, one where they are a central player shaping the future. This was their grand unveiling. The world took notice. It's a new chapter in global politics, one where China's voice is louder and more influential than ever before. Side by side, America and China's strategies couldn't be more different. America under Trump uses rhetoric and nostalgia, changing a name to project toughness. It's a software update, not a hardware upgrade, meant to shift mindset, not add firepower. China, meanwhile, is all about hardware, rolling tanks and missiles down the street for the world to see. America says, we will be strong. China says, we are strong. Here's proof. The US is the established power, trying to reclaim its edge. China is the rising star, eager to prove itself. America's words risk sounding hollow without action. China's displays risk provoking fear and backlash. One talks the talk, the other walks the walk. Which approach will shape the new global order? The world is watching and choosing sides. The stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just a US-China story, it's a global arms race. Military spending is soaring worldwide, reaching Cold War levels. When China unveils new weapons, neighbors like Japan and Australia ramp up their own defenses. It's a security spiral. Everyone arms up, everyone feels less safe. Trump's rhetoric and China's parades both fuel this cycle of mistrust. Posturing can quickly escalate. One misstep and a show of strength becomes real conflict. Today's weapons are more advanced and more dangerous than ever. Hypersonic missiles, cyber warfare, autonomous systems. This isn't your grandfather's arms race. The risk of rapid, devastating escalation is real. Behind the theater, a dangerous buildup is underway. At the heart of this drama is symbolism. Trump's Department of War is a verbal flex, a signal of unapologetic strength. China's parade is a visual spectacle, discipline, unity, and technological prowess on display. Both are political theater, designed to project power and shape perception. But symbols cut both ways. What inspires pride at home can provoke fear abroad. America's tough talk unsettles allies. China's displays alarm its neighbors. Each side's narrative deepens global divides. It's a battle of images and words, each trying to claim the future. The world is left to interpret and react. This rivalry is forcing countries to choose sides, redrawing alliances. China's parade wasn't just for show. Putin and Kim Jong-un were front row, signaling a new bloc. It's a direct challenge to America's decades-old alliances. The world risks splitting into two camps, US and allies versus a China-Russia coalition. It's not just military, it's ideological democracy versus authoritarianism. Each side sees the other as a threat, making cooperation on global issues harder. Echo chambers reinforce suspicion, making crises more likely. The world is polarizing and the stakes are rising. The US-China rivalry is shaking the foundations of the post-WWII order. China and its allies want new rules or a new system altogether. The world is fracturing talk of economic decoupling, separate tech spheres, and rival supply chains. Instability creates power vacuums. Regional players get bolder, global crises get harder to solve. If the US and China can't cooperate, global consensus is nearly impossible. The era of stable US-led order is ending. What comes next? Cold War 2.0 ? Multipolar chaos? Trump's rhetoric and China's parades are tremors of a bigger earthquake. The aftershocks will be felt everywhere. So where does this leave us? The world is on edge, waiting for the next move. America's aggressive rebrand faces off against China's confident rise. The risk of miscalculation is huge. A small spark could ignite a major crisis. Diplomacy struggles to be heard over the noise of military drills and tough talk. Leaders must manage this rivalry without tipping into conflict, a high-wire act with global consequences. Yet, competition could also force new rules and innovation, as in the space race. The future isn't written, today's choices will shape tomorrow's world. For now, we watch this drama unfold: power, ambition, symbolism, and fear. Two visions for the future are colliding, and the world is the stage. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride.